Okay, so now that we have the robot turned to the side, we're going to have him go through his animation walk cycle. And so what I did is I searched the internet and looked for animation walk cycle. And there's a lot of different images to choose from. I found one at this angryanimators.com site, and we're going to go ahead and use this image we're going to copy image. So you right click, copy image, come back into Illustrator, and we're going to go ahead and say edit paste. Okay, now we have the a template here for us to work with. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to take the robot from the side view, going to copy and paste him. Remember, it's Control C, Control V if you want to go really fast on your keyboard. And I'm just going to go ahead and match up the size, make things easier on myself. Remember to hold Shift when you shrink things. Always hold Shift to keep things to scale. And I think that's not bad for matching up. I could probably bring his feet up a tad. Let me see. Okay, yeah, it's not too bad. Our head's obviously a lot bigger than that character's. So now let's just nudge him over with the arrow keys on the keyboard, get him in place. And let's zoom in, and we're going to start moving the body parts to match it up. Okay, now you could work however you want to. You might want to work right on top of the image or not. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to use this rotation tool a lot. So let's go ahead and rotate the leg and move it into place. And I'm going to use the knee joint. Okay, so to use that knee joint, if you notice his leg is slightly bent in the original image. And so to get inside of here, we're going to double click. So I just double click. Now you can see that I'm inside a group. Okay, now this is all grouped. I'm going to go ahead and select everything in here and say Object Ungroup. So I've ungrouped everything inside of a major group. So if I go back out, this leg is still grouped. Whoa, it's not. I need to push Control Z a bunch of times. Edit, undo, ungroup. Okay, so now let me see, okay, so that's different than the way I understood before. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and double click to get inside of this part here. Double click to get in here so I'm inside yet another group, and double click to get inside further. And I'm going to rotate this joint here. Sorry about all that confusing clicking. And now I'm going to move it so his leg is slightly bent, and so I could go back one level, rotate this foot a bit. Okay, and now I'm going to get out and take a look at that. Okay, now his front leg, I should probably deal with the foot in a second. Okay, now his front leg is going to be a bit like this. It's not bent too much, but I could go inside and let's select these parts and go ahead. And this is probably going to be a little tedious for some and really fun for others. Just depends on if you are, you don't even have to hit the rotation tool, by the way, if you have an object selected. If you hover right outside of the corner, your arrow will change into a double arrow that's curved, and you can rotate. Okay, so let's get back out and see what we've done with the legs. Not bad. Now his arms. Okay, so I know from doing this, the front arm and leg go the opposite direction when you walk. So if your leg is going back, your arm on the same side of your body is swinging forward. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. And it looks like his arm is a little bent in the image that we're following. So I'm going to go ahead and rotate his arm up a little bit. Now I've got to do the same thing for the hand. Whoops, I double clicked out. And rotate the hand up. Okay, and okay, so not too bad. Okay, now, okay, let's zoom out a bit. I'm gonna hold Alt. Yes, you could zoom out. If you hold Alt on your keyboard, you can zoom out. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and oh, I'm not all the way out. Okay, so this character is not grouped all together, by the way. So let me move this down. And I'm going to group this guy here. edit group, object group. And then I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste them for the next step. Object copy, object paste in front, and move him over. And it's up to you how you want to work. Do you want to have the image right on top of the template, or do you want to work with it away from it a little bit? It's up to you. Trying it where the image is not on directly on top. Let's bend this a bit. Whoops. Okay, now probably the video is going to get really long, so I'm going to go ahead and I haven't figured out how to like do a video and speed it up yet. I should probably try to figure that out. But we're going to go ahead and just, I'll probably do a couple steps here, and then I'll let you do yours on your own. And whoops, yeah, let's just move that foot out of the way a little bit, and I can just temporarily move it off to the side and get in here, and I'm going to go ahead and rotate this leg bend further. It's almost like a 90-degree bend, and the foot, whoop, sometimes you got to figure out your clicking and double clicking. Okay, and his back leg is now needing to touch the ground. And so we're going to go ahead and rotate this for 90 degrees here. I hope I'm not losing some of you yet. I know this might seem tedious, but it'll pay off in the end once you pay attention to detail, because when we take this robot and put him into our animation tool, Adobe Animate, we're going to be able to make him walk and make a cartoon with him, or video game, whatever we want to do with him, and he'll be able to walk. Okay, let's see, his arm needs to go up a little bit higher. Just rotate this whole thing together. And his back arm needs to rotate. Okay, so you get the idea. You're just going into the groups, and you're going to rotate each part, and you're going to try to match it up, and the foot does not look good here. I need to flatten that out. And you'll also start to notice some other things about this, that his body in this animation, his heads aren't level. So his body, this whole top part, comes down just a bit. And when you walk, you do that. You get taller, then you're shorter as you take your strides. Okay, and let's just keep these separated so the hands aren't touching. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to actually create the walk cycle for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps, and you don't have to worry about the last one, because the last one's exactly the same as the first one. Okay, because it loops back over. Okay, so go ahead and take your time. Have fun doing that. The next time you open up the video, I'll have all of the steps made, and you should too. Okay, have fun doing that.